What we do here is go back.
Alrighty guys, welcome back to another little video, and today we're going to be working with the Splatter effect stencil. So we're going to go ahead and open this up, we're going to see how it comes, we're going to see what it looks like, and then I'll walk you through a quick little demo of, you know, how to use this stencil, where it might come in handy, and yeah. Anyway, let's open it up to see what's in here. Alrighty, so the stencils come in a nice plastic container here. Now this is meant to be reused, so you can open it by just peeling back this adhesive here. Take out your stencils. Bam. Then you can just, you know, tack down that adhesive, and when you're done, you just place your stencils back in, and you have a nice place to keep your stencils for the next time. We'll set that aside. Our stencils come 6mm Mylar on one side, so as you can see it's all shiny plastic on this side, right? And that's chemical resistant. It's, you know, pretty durable. It's not going to rip or break as long as, you know, under normal use. It pretty much will last you a lifetime. On the other side, we have a paper side. So a lot of people always ask, why a paper side? So the paper side is semi-absorbent, so if you work with reduced or over-reduced paints, having the paper side can avoid you getting, you know, a little blotch or stains or smudge or whatever you want around the edge of the stencil where the paint will build up. So having a little bit of paper will help mitigate that just a little bit to help you achieve the effects that you want. So obviously you can see the stencil has the center portions, which are obviously just splatters, and then it has all the outside effect of which are also just larger splatters. So over the years I've had people that want me to paint their stuff and they want splatter stains like this over, you know, various colors, mainly black, and then they want very crisp and clear splatter stains. Now on some surfaces, you might be able to just achieve that by just actually splattering some paint. On something like a t-shirt or, you know, just various other things, shoes and whatnot, your better option would be to mask it off or have a stencil like this to create the effect. So that's where this comes in handy. So anywhere you can need that splatter effect. Also, if you're doing shirts and you need to create drips or runs, or you want to make the writing look like it's splattering off to the side, this particular stencil I've used a lot for t-shirts, lettering and stuff like that. So everybody wants a graffiti look. They want the graffiti look like it's dripping. This will help you achieve that. So anyway, let's set up a little canvas here and we'll do a quick little demonstration showing you guys how this works. I'll take a quick look over at the chat. What's up, Stephen Ward? How's it going? What's up, Enzo? How's it going? And we'll swap cameras here. Make sure our camera's good and focused on the canvas here. Alright. Alright. What's up, Fings? How's it going? Oh, come on. That's horrible. That's horrible. I believe in you, camera. There you go. Cool. So again, just for today's demonstration, we'll keep it pretty simple. I'll show you how to do, you know, with basic colors, we'll do gray and black. And we'll just start by laying this over so we can create two different sides. And we'll start off with the inner splatters here. And I'll show you guys just a quick little way of, you know, using those. So I'm gonna load up a little bit of gray first. Gotta make sure my air is plugged in. What's up, martial artistry? How's it going? There you go. That into one. Load up some gray here. Let's rinse that out real quick. Load up a little bit of gray. So yeah, this stencil, I know over the years I've had to cut quite a few splatters. People want it, you know, in their graphics. People will just want their whole helmet just look like it was splattered with paints and stuff. And sometimes, like I said, you can just get away by just splattering paint, or you could just, you know, spray over reduced paint and just get the same sort of effect. But using this, not only will you save yourself a ton of paint, right, it just makes it super easy. And sometimes that's all you need. You just want to work easy. You don't want to work too hard. Work easy. Work smart. So you get your splatters, you see. And you get a bunch of different ones, so you can kind of mix them around. You see this one has a drip like that. Maybe I should have, you see this big drip, maybe I should have faced that down, but it's fine. Get this big old guy in here. Right, and you could just, wherever you need the drips, you could go ahead and add them in. I'll just load up, well actually, I'll edge this out just to give it a little bit of shading going off that way. And then we'll layer in some drips over here in the back. How about that? So we'll use our drippy side right like this. And so we'll make it look like maybe some of the white is kind of running down. So we'll just bring down some shadows right off of that. You see? Bam. And we want some of this around this guy up here. And the cool thing about drips is that it's kind of up to your imagination. You're kind of playing with the way what people are perceiving the color. Obviously, it's not really, you know, there's not really paint dripping down here. But you want people's eyes to be manipulated into thinking that, hey, that white is like running down right there. It's like, you know, that's not right. But then when they look closer or run their hand over it, and you know, they realize, hey, it's not actually dripping. That's just a pretty cool effect. Now go ahead and load up some black here. just about time to reload the black there in the bottle. Perfect. And we'll just do some black splatters. Right, and we'll bring in our other stencil, which has bigger splatters. So one thing you'll notice is that these ones are kind of small, and the other stencil has 3 bigger size splatters that you can kind of spread around. So maybe we'll put one big guy right here, and we'll just do it in nice and easy. You don't want to get a bunch of overspray everywhere, so it's a lot better to work it in nice and slow instead of just trying to drown it right away. Just be nice and slow with it. Put that all up in there. And now we got our big black stain right there. We can maybe make this guy over here. Boom. And then maybe we'll just bring in just a little bit of drips off the top. And maybe this darker shade of black, just a little bit. So now it's gonna really look like it's running down. It's like, oh no. Right. And you get the basic idea. You can create an organized mess using this stencil. That's the best way to put it. It's an organized mess. Take that guy off. And there you go. There's your cool splattering. And like I said, I've done this for helmets. A lot of people will ask, you know, can you splatter it? But I want like rainbow splatter. So you'll go through, you'll do like red splatter, and then you'll go back, do some orange, and then yellow, green, and then maybe you'll go back and do just a few orange ones just to bring them back out, and so on and so forth until you achieve like a big organized splatter. And the reason you would want to use a stencil over maybe just actually just splattering the paint is if you want your finish, right, like your clear coat and everything, to have a nice even surface, this is the best way. Obviously, if you splatter the paint and all that, even after it dries, you're going to have little ledges all around, and then you're going to clear coat, then you're going to have a harder time getting all that off. So if you're preemptive about how you paint it, you can save yourself some work when it comes time to finish the job. If you're working with shops and like other automotive paint places, doing this as opposed to just splattering paint on, they will also look at you like they like you, because again, hiding all that splatter and all them edges and stuff will easily make an automotive shop hate you. Right? They're gonna be like, oh man, this guy, what did he do? Like, yeah, so you know, that's where these come in really handy. Now sometimes if you're doing really reduced candies and stuff like that, I've seen people do like those blowouts. That's different, right? That's obviously a blowout. This is splatter, and you want colors. You know, I'm doing black and gray, but usually people want colors. They want green, they want hot pink and stuff. They just want it to look messy. Or they'll be like this. And this is one of the main uses I have found for the edges, and that is doing lettering, right? So we'll just do a letter here. We'll do an M. Right, we don't have a whole ton of space, so we'll do an M real quick. And it's usually around graffiti type stuff, so I'm just going to do a big blocky M here. Right. Now they'll usually be like, I want some brick, like a brick background, so you'll get the bricks effects kit, you'll lay it in the back, right? Then you'll get your colors, whatever it is. In this case, we're going to use a little bit of gray, right? So then they go, I want, gray drips on the inside of the letters. So you bring in the splatter effects kit, and like on that top, you just lay down that edge there. Bam, you got some of that. Then maybe you come in with this guy over here. You don't have to use the whole circle, right? You can just use the edge to create that little cool splatter. Then around the outside, right, you lay down your shadow color or background color, or in my case, I like to leave white so that I could come back and fill it in, right? So if you're working on a white shirt, you would just leave it. You come in with your splatter like this. You come in with your background color, whatever that's going to be. Right? You make sure you get your splatter kind of in there. Blam, some there. Then you come around this way. You add some here at the bottom. Boom. Right? Then I'd go back in with whatever the highlight color is and fill in the splatter around the outside, right? Then if you really want to get crazy with it, then you'd go back in with whatever your main color was, right? And then you'd go around the edges like, oh, I'm just going to add some splatters like over here. And again, on t-shirts and stuff, you can't really do blowouts on t-shirts. That doesn't really work. So having this type of a stencil is really helpful for t-shirts. Anytime I've done t-shirts, I've always had a splatter type stencil because it always comes up. Somebody always wants it to be splattered. They want it to be graffiti-ish, messy, but cool, right? So you would just lay this guy in, come back in up here, bam. Right, then you got your messy stuff, and then you just come back in, you decorate it with some little splattering of your own, just some spotting, whatever it is. You lay your shadow in if that's what you want. And just for this exercise, we'll go ahead and fade it off from there. Maybe reinforce the black. This because I want it to look clean. Like I said, it's an organized mess. Right, you want to create that organized mess look. And then last but not least, maybe we'll come in with one of these little guys. We'll just put them up here, kind of drip them down. And then maybe we want to make some black drips coming off of the bottom there too. So we'll just take again our edge here. And it's all again about working smart, not working hard. I got some splatter there. So again, depending on the name and how long, you would, kind of work your splatter stencil around. And there you go. Quick and easy way of using the splatter stencil. Now you could also, this last little bit right here, if you're doing graphics and stuff like that, like you've seen me do, I did the runs. So one of the cool things I've done, used this stencil for in the past, and I'm just going to do this with black real quick so we can show, is we're just going to come back in and use the black Now this looks really cool if you do it with metallics. You see we can create some edges going down, and we'll just vary it up. Right, and we'll bring it down. We'll start kind of bringing this way. Right, so you can kind of create this look like if the paint is running down that area or something. Something's wrong. But then when you go and look at it close, like now you'd realize like that's part of the graphics, boy. That's part of the graphics. And so all I'm doing is just kind of going through with these, just layering them in. There you go. Just so there you go. It's a quick little demo of the Splatter Effect stencil. Again, it's a really useful kit for pretty much like if you're doing graffiti type stuff and you're doing it on surfaces where you can't do blowouts, you can't do runs, you know, and you have to rely on some kind of external stencil. This is probably the stencil for that. Also another one for graphics, creating different effect inside of a graphic for backgrounds, splatter effect around the background of lettering or whatever project you're working on. This is a very good way. You could also add drip and splatter effects around lettering. All in all, from there, it's going to depend on your imagination. It's all kind of just, it's called the splatter effects because that's basically what it's good at. And you get two different sets with it. And yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed that quick little video. Again, like always, thank you guys all for hanging out today, watching. If you're going to place an order, again, I super thank you. There's been orders coming in. The laser's been going nonstop. I'm really debating if I should get another one because some of you guys might be waiting a couple days, a few days, and in order for me to catch up. It's getting a little ridiculous. But no, I'm really excited. You guys are so excited and enthusiastic, and I hope these stencils actually help you out in your career. Like I said, most of these stencils are aimed at getting you to the point to where eventually you're just going to cut your own stencils. Most of you that are, you know, out there will eventually get your own cutter, whether it's a plotter or whatever it is. But these stencils are designed to, you know, maximize your efficiency when you're getting started so that you can get to the point of just cutting your own stencils. And I know a lot of you probably never going to cut your own stencils. A lot of you guys just want to buy the stencil. It's easier. You don't want to deal with the whole computer part of it. I understand. I get you. And I got you. We got stencils. We got more coming. And yeah, like always, I do appreciate you guys' all support. So if you order one of these, it helps the channel bring you more videos. I know lately we've been doing these, but we're almost done with these. And then we'll go back to the how to airbrush videos and the nice instructionals and stuff. But again, I do have to get these out of the way so that I can update the website so that you guys have a good understanding of how to use these and how to, you know, get better and incorporate them into your artwork at home to make it all better, prettier, nicer, whatever the word is you want to look. I just want to get you painting and make you a happy painter. So hopefully these help you guys out. As always, I appreciate all the support. Shout out to the Skull Squad members. Stephen Ward and Thomas Thompson were in the chat today. I know it's kind of offbeat day. I've kind of been dealing with stuff at home and everything, and yeah, but we're good. We're gonna be okay, and we're gonna keep pushing, keeping it pumping, keeping it moving, keeping it pushing, keeping it pumping. We'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you guys again for all your support, and we'll see you later.